Okay, we're back, and instead of a bucket today, I'm going to be using the random word generator. Ooh, fancy. But for my first word, I got melodic, which is, should I say great. And then for my second word, I got rebel. Melodic, rebel. Sorry. That was like the only thing that came up when I searched up rebel, so that's what we got. But I'm just going to be drawing today, no painting. I'm joking, I'll be painting later, and basically I am making a sketch to, sketch it out for the canvas. And this first one was kind of weird. So you'd think I would draw Rebel playing like guitar or something. No. This first one, I was drawing a keyboard, kind of, I guess. I don't even know what this instrument is called, but I've heard it before. It's a thing, I think. Except the only problem was I didn't know, what it was actually called, so I couldn't search it up to reference it. So it's not very good. And she's doing this weird kind of pose, on one leg, I guess, because that's cool. But the camera started to slip here. And the rest of the video is like this. I'm just kidding. But you'll never guess what I saw. I'm just joking. But yeah, then Lockie came in and she was being very annoying. And then I brought her outside. And then she came right back in. Like a cat.
Stop!
And then I had to get her off again. And she made the cutest meow. And I feel so bad for it.
Lucky.
But then again, I don't. Would you rather see me pet cats or just not?
Stop.
But she tried knocking stuff off my desk, and she ended up
Get down.
knocking stuff off my desk.
Ow.
And then I tried to get her down, and she just bit me. Yeah. I was being stupid on this part.
Maybe I should.
And then I broke my popsicle sticks, which, I just shouldn't record with popsicle sticks. But my birthday's coming up. So, hopefully I'll get a tripod or something. But I took off that long thingy, I guess what it's called, because, it was bothering me. And at this point, I was facing conflict. I didn't know if I liked it, but it was a fine sketch. So what I did was I just made another sketch. Yeah. And so I was planning on, if I like this one better, I would use this one. But if I like the other one better, I would use that one. And I ended up using this one, yes. And one of the main reasons I avoided a guitar was because of the strings. I didn't want to draw the strings. But here I am drawing a violin, and I didn't even draw the strings. You don't notice, but I don't get how this one kind of shows a rebel. It doesn't really, at all. I mean, maybe it's because violin players are usually all serious and kind of sad, and she's just there with a crop top and some jean shorts. That's kind of biased, though. I'm sure there's plenty of violin players who are actually excited when they play. I don't know, but let's just pretend it's rebel, okay? But her face gave me a struggle. Literally, I tried every face there was, and nothing was working. Teeth wasn't working. The eyes weren't working. So finally, after 6,100 tries, I got it. And I just ended up drawing one of her eyes closed with her tongue sticking out. And I wanted to do this all along, one eye closed, one open, with the tongue sticking out. Ooh, radical. But I didn't do it because I was afraid to draw another eye closed, because I was afraid it would end up like Lapis of Lakeshore. Ugh. That still gives me nightmares. But I was almost done with this drawing. And it out okay, and I liked it much better than the other one. So, yay! And now I just needed to outline. And like I said, I was going to be painting. So I outlined this thick, in a black marker. And here's my stuff. Oh yeah, I'm also going to be painting on cats today. My cat actually loves it. I'm just joking. I'm not. She just decided to get on my desk at the wrong time. But like I was saying, I outlined in thick black Sharpie marker. Well, first I had to spill stuff. But I outlined in thick Sharpie, black marker. How many times am I going to say thick? And so I could hold it in front of a light and trace it. And it worked well, as you can see. But let me say, painting takes forever. I took like 15 minutes just to get the skin tone right. Not to mention, I still had to paint the skin. So, that was annoying. And, like, drawing, yeah, I can draw, but painting, I'm like, no. 1, I make messes. 2, I just suck at it. And 3, I don't have a 3, so too bad. But, it was going okay, I guess. We had the skin color, and then I used this, like, metallic purple for the hair. And the only problem with this is it went on super light, and it took forever to actually get a solid, deep color. And it ended up working out okay, though, but it was just very annoying. And, at first, I gave her a green, like, color for the crop top, but I mean, it looked good at first, and then I added the dark blue for the shorts, and, that wasn't working. She looked like a swamp, so I lightened up the shorts, and then I lightened up the shirt with the lighter green. I thought, okay, this is kind of better. And then I lightened up the hair. Darkened. I didn't light it up. It got darker. That's the point. But it got darker, and then I realized, I need to lighten up the other stuff even more. So I ended up doing that with the yellow, which just made it look like poop. And then I did it with a lighter blue. And even at that point, it just still wasn't working, Like, admit it, she looks like a swamp. And so after going over it one more time, yet again, I decided to go over turns out my cat actually stepped in paint and got it on the floor. That would bite me later. But like I was saying, I decided to change the color of the crop top because green wasn't working. And I think that helped a lot. But
Alright.
Yeah.
What are you hiding?
Nothing.
With your feet?
Nothing.
Your left foot. Your left foot. Move it!
yeah, so my mom found the paint on the floor and I didn't realize it. And so, I got in trouble and I got cussed out. Respect your parents, kids. But I just realized there was music playing in the background. So sorry if you have to hear that. I didn't want you to hear that, but anyways. That clip of like the cat and Cinderella, it lined up perfectly somehow with my mom's words and me. I don't know. It's kind of weird and I kind of love it. So you better love it too. But anyways, this was the most annoying part, having to outline with a black paintbrush. It was so tedious, and you had to go over the black. I don't know how actual painters do it. This isn't even that good. I don't know. But I ended up using a Sharpie later because this was taking forever. I took 5 hours of just recording, and I didn't record every single section. So, this was a lot. And I was planning on doing this with Bushkin, but then we just didn't because it was, hard. So, I thought maybe this would not be enough. It was enough. It was plenty. This is my longest video. It is fine. But, I was almost finished with the outlining. A little scratchy in some spots, but I went over it. Don't worry. And yeah, I had to do another day because this was taking me forever. And yes, I am a day late. I am sorry. I like to procrastinate. Anyways, here I am with a Sharpie, darkening things up. And, yeah, things were going pretty great. I gave some details to the shorts there, so they just didn't look, blue. And I decided to go for a dark brown for the boost, even though earlier I was complaining about the colors being too dark. So yeah, that's great. I did give her an earring. I wiped that off. I didn't like that. It was bad. And then I went even darker for the violin. I don't know why. I was gonna do it green originally. That didn't end up happening, and thank goodness for that. But anyways, I did the stick. That was pretty easy, surprisingly. And then it was time for the background. This was the worst part. I would make paint, and then I would run out, and then I'd make more, and it would be a slightly different yellow, and I was not going to deal with that. Not to mention, there was tons of layers, so I just, we're just going to skip past that. You don't want to see that. Ta-da, it's finished, and I have a towel under it because I don't want to get paint on my desk because I don't want to get cussed out again. Mom, I'm joking, respect your parents, but I did this, pink sponge technique, and, that was it. It ended up pretty good for my painting skills, at least. But that's it for my video. I'm still trying to figure out how to get the endings in. I'll figure it out, but bye!